And a part of this learning process is about pricing as well. When you look at what some of your competitors are doing, Disney Plus recently out with a pretty competitive pricing plan. Also Netflix, I believe, is below the HBO on-demand products as well in terms of a monthly fee. How difficult is this environment becoming in pricing?
I think in Asia it's different than obviously the US or Europe. Asia is many different countries, different economic scales, different wealth. So you're going to see different pricing models, I think, in this part of the world. Hong Kong and Singapore are developed, well-established pay TV businesses. Going out at a $10 kind of range is practical. Can you really do that in Vietnam or the Philippines? That's another question.
And you bring up a good point too, with Asia being so different across countries. That applies to content as well. So how do you work through this? I mean, what content is compelling that can carry out throughout the region?
Well, traditionally we were movies, Hollywood movies and HBO's original product, and that worked very well. That's how the business developed for the first 20 years. But HBO's DNA is in production. I mean, it's original content, it's what it's made its name on. And so it came to pass in Asia, we started getting into this field. And it's been wonderful, and it's something that we really have to do more and more of. We've done about 15 series so far. We've got 5 or 6 in production now. We need to do a lot more of that, and we intend to.
And one name that has certainly even expanded the awareness of HBO, I'm sure here in Asia too, is Game of Thrones, of course. And we were talking, and it's interesting because people look at what will the next big Game of Thrones be, but it wasn't cheap. I mean, we're talking about what, a 10 million average budget for production on the episode.
About production budgets.
But it's expensive. Let's say that, right? They
spend more than we do in Asia. But
is that model sustainable? Because I wonder. I was listening to one expert talking, I believe it was The Economist magazine, saying he thinks that one day there'll be a hangover in Hollywood where people wake up and say, what were we doing, essentially, spending so much money on content? Do you think that will happen?
I think there always is that. I mean, look at movies. I mean, the history of movies, and movies that have bombed, cost a fortune and didn't make any money, movies that cost very little to make and made a lot of money. I mean, it's a different economic model, I think. For television, every show can't be such a rip-roaringly expensive production. But I mean, Game of Thrones is one of those possibly once-in-a-generation series that has just captured the imagination of the world, and great, I'm glad it's with us.
Hey everybody, it's Hadley Gamble from our new CNBC Middle East Bureau in Abu Dhabi. Thanks for stopping by. Now to watch more, you can try one of the videos that just popped up on your screen. And don't forget to subscribe.